Hey everybody, I'm back for video number 3 today on a topic that I've sort of talked about it in various other videos before, but I've never really, I don't think, sat down and really covered it specifically. And that's the idea of using your tags to differentiate between the way mesh items fit on various mesh bodies. And with all the mesh bodies around now, and especially if you have more than one or you want to organize the things in your inventory and wardrobe so that they do potentially work with more than one, this is something that gets pretty important. And so what I just want to talk about is there's this new pair of heels from Fedora that came with some socks. And it turns out to be a really awesome example of how this all comes together. And I just want to walk through the rest of the tagging on this one so you can see how I'm doing it, and I can talk just a little bit about how I've done it and why I do it this way. And I hope maybe it'll be useful for people who might have more than one mesh body or might want to think about these things in a particular way. So, like I said, this is a pair of heels, and they came with some socks, and each of them has their own HUD, which is pretty nice. And it comes with these leg garters as well, or suspenders, I guess. But really what they are is high-based heels with socks. And what's interesting is you can wear the shoes by themselves, or you can wear the shoes with the socks. And so in my way of tagging things, I need to tag this 2 different ways. So the shoes themselves are not body specific, or I should say they're not sub-body specific. So if you're wearing just the shoes, the shoes will work on any of the 3 belleza bodies, right? So whether you're wearing Isis, Freya, or Venus, the same pair of shoes will work. So to me, in my world, that gets the belleza body tag. Okay? So it works with any belleza body. And it also works with any Maitreya body. Now, there's only one Maitreya body right now. And emphasis on right now. We'll have to see what happens after Project Bento comes out. And then body slink. Okay. Now, I'm again using body slink here because, again, the same slink pair of shoes is going to work anytime I wear my slink feet. And I use the body slink tag to define that regardless of when that happens. So if I'm wearing my slink feet with the Maitreya body, or I'm wearing with a slink body, doesn't matter. I'm always going to use the same tag, body slink. And whether I'm using the physique body or the hourglass body, that also doesn't matter. So if I'm wearing the shoes themselves, they're going to work with body belleza, body Maitreya, and body slink. That's pretty easy. The socks, though, are different because the socks go up the legs, and each leg for each specific body is fitted. I not only need tags for those broad body categories, but I also need to say that this works, in the case of the socks, on the Freya body, on the Isis body, on the Venus body, on the Lara body, on the physique body, and on the hourglass body. Okay? And again, the reason for this is that when the socks go up the legs, they are fitted to each individual body's leg. Each body has its own rigging in the legs. They're all a little bit different. The physique socks won't work on the Lara socks, no matter how well the alphas work. They won't adjust to the body size right. They don't look right. You have to wear the ones that are fitted to get the best look, especially with something like socks, and especially when it's got that suspender garter at the top where it has to line up right. So this is the part that I wanted to talk about, because in your tags, when you're tagging things, you really can get in there and define exactly where this particular item is going to work. And sometimes that particular item, like in a pair of shoes, will just be a pair of heels, will just be for the body, regardless of which one it is. So body belleza will work with all 3. But if you're wearing something that is actually fitted to a specific body, then maybe you do need a tag for Isis or Freya or hourglass or physique or whatever it is. That is different from the broader categorization. Anyway, that was what I wanted to do this video on. I just, as I'm going through and getting some things sorted in here, I wanted to make sure that I covered this topic because this is sort of the best example I've seen recently of one where it's had both the regular body tags and then also the specific body tags. And you've seen a couple of my other videos, the one I did earlier today on appliers. I also use a separate set of tags for body appliers, so that I know that that's not a mesh item. Anyway, so you can always do this however you want. Tagging is absolutely a very personal thing. But to me, it's really important, especially as somebody who owns more than one mesh body, to be able to definitively say this particular item works with the ISIS body, not belleza bodies in general, but specifically with the ISIS body. And there are some clothing manufacturers, Cold Logic Knave comes to mind, that only do certain ones of the belleza bodies. And older items that came out, let's say before Hourglass was released, they may call their product Slink compatible, but that really means physique compatible because Hourglass didn't exist at the time. Of course, Maitreya Lara is the easy one because there's just the one body from Maitreya for now. I don't have any insider information on that. I'm just supposing that at some point they're going to come out with an updated, newer body with maybe a different design. Anyway, a quick tip just on getting in there and really starting to think about your tags as it relates to mesh bodies and how things fit in wardrobe and in inventory as well. So that's all. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.